now spoke with Marc Faber. He is, remember, the editor and the publisher of the Gloom, Boom and Doom report. And he gave us an insight as to what the outlook is on emerging trends going forward, how he's looking at global inflation and his outlook on emerging markets like India. Well, he's of the view that the markets as of now are rising as central banks continue to print money, and central banks buying assets. He believes they can buy all of the government debt as well. He's also of the view that the central banks currently are manipulating interest rates and believes that there is an asset bubble right now in not just in equities but in bonds and even in real estate. He believes that the central banks as a role to play can be both positive as well as can lead to negative fallouts. Talking about what's going on in the United States in terms of the overall macros, he says that the US still employs fewer people versus what was seen on a pre-COVID level. In fact, he believes that as the government is expanding, the private sector isn't moving at such a hectic clip, and you aren't seeing the private sector expand quite as much. In fact, he believes that it's unfair that wealthy people have only gone ahead and become richer in this time of COVID. In terms of the dollar, he says that it's surprisingly strong. The commodity surge as well is a bit overestimated, but he believes in the long run we will have to face inflationary pressures. He also believes that he will tell investors to hold part money in precious metals as a segment. He believes there's a potential there, and he believes that the other industrial commodities as well have seen quite a healthy run up. In fact, gold is not dependent on economic activity and fluctuates a lot on monetary policy. That's the view according to Marc. The outlook going forward for the West, he believes, is not very favorable in the coming year, but he believes that when it comes to emerging markets, India and China are likely to do well, and even Vietnam can be clubbed in that basket. He's positive as well in the long term on potential for India as well as for China, and believes that even other asset classes like crypto and art, he believes, look very favorable from an investment standpoint. Going forward, he believes that the market cap to GDP ratio is at the highest level, and he believes that valuations are still quite high. He also believes that as of now, it's tough to find a bargain at the current valuations. He sees value in real estate when it comes to the European region, but he says he went on to amplify that it's very unfortunate that wealth is unequally distributed. The portability of crypto and cryptocurrencies is a huge advantage, and he believes that the Indian markets are strong. The rupee has been weak vis-a-vis the US dollar, but he doesn't see the dollar losing its status as a reserve currency. He wrapped up by saying that prosperity does not lie in the levels of the stock market, but by the living standards of the majority.